get you all ready to kick this week's butt. This is the 10-Minute Sports Report. I am your host, Captain Boring. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. Like, subscribe, share. Go follow us on Instagram at 4th and 1 Podcast. And be sure to go check out our podcast, 4th and 1 Podcast, and make sure you share that if you like it. So, thank you, everyone, for tuning in. I got all that boring stuff out of the way. We got a lot to go over today, so let's just jump right in. Last night in NBA Finals Game 2 on Sunday night. It is Monday, June 5th, if I did not say that already. The Miami Heat erase a 9-point fourth-quarter deficit, as they've been doing all year, and beat the Denver Nuggets 111-108 to tie this best-of-7 series at 1 apiece. They handed the Denver Nuggets their first postseason home loss this year. Jimmy Butler only had 21, but it was Gabe Vincent and Max Strus who did not perform well, only made one bucket combined in Game 1. They both combined for 37 points, including 8 threes between the two of them. So it was a much-needed turnaround for both those players. Jimmy Butler and Bam Adebayo both had 21. Nikola Jokic had 41, 11 rebounds, and 8 assists. He did have 5 turnovers. Jamal Murray had 18 points. No bench help whatsoever. Only, it looks like 24 total points off the bench. They only got 5 points from Michael Porter Jr., and 6 points from Kadavius Caldwell-Pope. So not a good overall shooting. Meanwhile, the Miami Heat shot 48% from the field, 48% from 3. Meanwhile, the Denver Nuggets shot 52% from the field and 39% from 3. The Nuggets are winless this postseason when Nikola Jokic scores 40-plus points. Just let that sink in. So, when this is when the Denver Nuggets are winning, they're winning with the team. If they rely on Jokic to get it done, and he's getting it done, 41 points, 11 rebounds, 8 assists. Oh, I'm sorry, he only had 4 assists. It was 8 defensive rebounds. 4 assists. The Nuggets cannot win. So, is that the recipe? I know that their coach, Karl Malone, the Denver Nuggets coach, Karl Malone, was upset with lack of effort in the fourth quarter. He feels like they just relied that the Miami Heat would go away. They did not. This series now shifts back to Miami, and the Denver Nuggets have to win one on the road to reaffirm home court advantage. Meanwhile, it's not being talked about enough. 8-seeded Miami Heat in the Eastern Conference, down in the final 3 minutes of the play-in game, which they had to win to get in because they already lost the first one. They did that. They've gone on an incredible run so far. Can they get it done? Eric Spoelstra, the head coach for the Miami Heat, gets all the MVP awards. He is unbelievable in the job. Miami leads all active franchises since 2006 with most finals appearances. This is 2006. They went 4 years with LeBron James, and now 2 years. They've made it 8 times since 2006, or 7 times since 2006. I can't do math, and that's okay. Let's switch over to the race for Lord Stanley Cup. And in Game 1, it was all Vegas in the third. A high-scoring third quarter let the Vegas Knights take a 1-0 series lead in the best-of-7. So Eric Staal and Jonathan Marchessault both each had a goal in the first period. So it was 1-1 at the end of 1. At the end of 2, it was 2-2. Shea Theodore and Anthony Duclair each scored for both the Knights and the Panthers. It was 2-2. And then Vegas scored 3 in the third. Zach Whitecloud, Mark Stone, and Riley Smith all scored as the Vegas Golden Knights take a 1-0 lead. Game 2 of the Lord Stanley Cup Final is tonight, June 5th, 8 p.m., TNT. Vegas looks to take a commanding 2-0 lead. However, Florida's been good when they're down. They're down. Can they be good yet again? Game 3 of the NBA Finals will take place Wednesday. It's a thing I hate about sports, how there's so many days in between NBA Final game. This will be back in Miami. Winner of a Game 3 when the series is tied at 1 goes on to win the series 80% of the time. Michael Vick, Larry Fitzgerald, and Terrell Suggs are among the former players on the 2024 College Football Hall of Fame ballot, which was released on Monday. They are all expected to be voting in. This is their first year of eligibility. It's an enormous honor considering more than 5.62 million people have played college football and only 1,074 of them have been inducted into the College Football Hall of Fame. The Bills break ground on a new $1.5 billion stadium across Abbott Road from the Buffalo Bills facility and Highmark Stadium. Dirt is being moved and construction vehicles are in full work mode. So it will set to open in time for the 2026 season. That is 3 seasons away. Just a local check on the Pittsburgh Pirates, and they are hot, hot, hot. I told you about their 7-5 comeback win since then. They went on to win 4-3 and then 2-1 against the Cardinals. They are hot. However, the Milwaukee Brewers are also hot currently, winners of 3 straight. So the Pittsburgh Pirates sit 4 games above 500 and a half game out of first place in the NL Central. It should also be noted that in the wild card standings, however, they would currently make the playoffs as they sit in third wild card, and 4 wild card teams make the playoffs. I told you that was interesting. Why we're following the Pirates? Because the Pirates have one of the lowest team salaries in all of baseball, and yet they're almost in first place and they make the playoffs, and that's great, and the Pittsburgh Pirates are just historically bad. What I have neglected to also express, and I'm going to express here within the 2-minute mark, are the other teams that are on the bottom feeders of salaries that are also in position to make the playoffs. Okay, and this is current as of June 5th, 2023. A lot of season left. A lot of things can change. Let's start with the Oakland Athletics. Just kidding, they suck. Let's go to the Baltimore Orioles. A team salary of $47,019,956, right? They are the second lowest. They currently are in second place in the AL East. They would host a playoff game, or they would be in the playoffs because they are leading the wild card. Let's go to the next team, the Pittsburgh Pirates. Team salary, $57,115,340. I told you their story. Second, and they're third in the wild card right now as well. The fourth lowest team salary is the Tampa Bay Rays, $61,143,843. Guess what? They have the best record in all of baseball at 42-19. They lead the American League. They would host the playoffs through the American League if they were to keep it up. So this is just outstanding. Wait, I'm not done. The Cleveland Guardians with the fifth lowest team salary at $63,694,979 currently sit in second in the AL Central. They sit 3.5 games back of the Minnesota Twins, which that's another story in and of itself. And the Guardians, however, because that division is so bad, would not currently be in the playoffs, but they're in striking distance of winning their division. And finally, another team that is on here as well is no one. All the other teams suck. So I just hyped you up for nothing. I gave you the soundbite like there was going to be more. No, that's it. So all the other teams really are not doing well. However, of the 1, 2, 3, 4, of the 5 lowest salary teams, 4 of them are either in the playoffs as of today or within striking distance of the playoffs, with all of June, all of July, August, and September to go. So some exciting stuff. So I'm going to keep track of all these teams for you over the course of the summer because honestly, there's not much else to keep track of. And that'll do it for June's 5th rendition of the 10-Minute Sports Report. Thank you, everyone, so much for tuning in. Check back again tomorrow to see how Game 2 of the Stanley Cup Finals went and to check in on these baseball teams yet again. Until that time, wash your hands, you filthy animals. Be kind to one another. God bless you all, and peace out.